Good afternoon and welcome, you courageous people who have braved the weather. Are we getting tail ends of Stan? There was a hurricane named Stan. My brother and I, Mark Barkin, Stanley Barkin, we are first generation Americans from Russian-born father, Joseph Barkin. He and his brother Sam, and older brother Jacob, and my paternal grandfather Max Barkin actually walked from Russia to France. In fiction, there's a story of the Ben brothers doing that in Exodus, but this was in reality in my family. The place we grew up was in East New York. At the time we grew up in East New York, Brooklyn. It was, when Brooklyn was the world, it was a shtetl, beautiful little village. You could go anywhere in East New York, actually anywhere in Brooklyn, and you would be all right. Maybe you would get in a fight, get beaten up. But today, if you go to East New York, as I did when I tried to take my children there, at least 20 years ago, 25 years ago, it became one of the most dangerous places in Brooklyn. Although there seems to be a renaissance with Bengalis there. I think the Asians are doing great things for New York, maybe for America. And during that time in East New York, I was friends with many people who escaped from Nazi Europe. They all spoke different languages, Polish, Russian, and I didn't know these languages. So it fascinated me. I guess that was one of the seeds for cross-cultural communications to come into existence. It actually started as an institute at Long Island University's Brooklyn Center, where we offered 27 languages and culture courses. This is what we evolved from being an institute to being an event-producing organization related to the books we publish. And as Alexi pointed out, thus far, 350 titles, roughly 10 a year. In 35 years, we've been publishing more than 50 different languages to date, naming at 100 languages before I take the trip south 6 feet, you know. At the time I conceived of cross-cultural communications, I had the naive idea that if people would be exposed to the essence of languages and cultures through the arts, that people would be much less likely to do violence to each other. I have long since given up that naive hope, but we keep on. We keep on, as Enid Dane and Donald Webb, two small press poets and publishers, fellow publishers, colleagues in the field, used to say. So, we eventually produced events all over the world, in Sicily, in Holland, in Romania, Macedonia, and 16 events at the UN, if we can pardon the expression today. And so I'm very gratified that you are here, in part, I guess, to help us celebrate our 35th anniversary. Now I'd like to introduce my brother Mark Barkin. Mark Barkin started out as an actor, and he was doing songwriting at the same time, and found that it was easier to make a living as a songwriter than as an actor. You know, these days, an actor has to be a waiter to make a living. And I think the average pay for an aspirant actor is about $6,000 a year. But that's about $6,000 more, I think, than a poet makes for his poetry. Poets, as you know, must make money by being teaching or giving lectures, etc. I count on the fingers of maybe one hand that poets make a living on poetry. And they are very lovely people. Stanley Kunitz, preeminent among them. Mark has written more than 500 songs, mostly music, and sold more than 26 million records for people like Adam Wade, Rod Stewart, Leslie Gore, Connie Francis, yes, Elvis Presley, Nat King Cole. Just last Friday, he gave a performance called Confessions of an Older Man, in which he sang and told stories about the 23 songs he had written, lyrics and the music, except for one famous song, A Pretty Flamingo. I think he's going to do some of that now. I would have changed the title, though, to Confessions of an Old Man. I think we're both getting very long in the tooth, so welcome. I'm here, Mark.